Well, hello folks. It's time for a little update on the status of my channel. I have, not really been in the mood to record anything for several weeks now. I turned 30 about 2 weeks ago, and before that I was sick, and since then I just haven't felt like recording anything. I've been recording Mush pretty frequently because it's fairly easy for me to sit down for 5 or 10 minutes and just snap off a small recording session here and there. But for some reason, it's not for some reason. I'm gonna blame Breath of Fire 2. Something to do with the rape caves, with the rape witches, with all the bullshit that game's been throwing at me. I think it just crushed my morale and my spirit. I don't know why I chose to play that game. And again, I'm probably not going to finish it. I am going to go back to it, but it just completely destroyed me, in my opinion, with everything else that was going on. But I'm not going to be returning to that game anytime soon, probably another month or so. What I am going to be returning to whenever I do return to recording is finishing up the Rewarding the Rewarders games that I have been kind of hiding from because I have not been thrilled about really any of these games. I'm going to let you guys know what games they are for those of you who have forgotten. I had them posted up on my Voltron Army blog, but that thing died, I think, close to 6 months, 9 months, maybe even a year ago. I still have to do Classic Dungeon. I'm going to do a few hours of that. It's not a bad little game. I guess it's like an action RPG, almost roguelike, with some interesting mechanics. So I'm going to be showing that off. I'm going to be going back to Fallout 3 for a few hours. That will probably be one of the last Rewarding the Rewarders games that I played because I would like to sit down and build a fairly extensive mod list for it before I record it, because I cannot play Fallout 3 unmodded. It is impossible for me. I would rather play Breath of Fire 2 all the way to the end than play Fallout 3 unmodded. I also have Cart Life. I'm going to be doing a few hours of that. Let you know right now, I hate that game. For those of you who think that The Sims is boring because it's like basically playing real life, you gotta make sure they go to the bathroom, eat, go to their jobs and stuff. Cart Life is 10 times worse. Do you like counting back change? Do you like going to the city hall to get permits to do your job? Well, if you do, then you're gonna love Cart Life. I hate the game. I'm not gonna be very happy when I play it. After that, we have Thief Gold. I'll be doing a few hours of that. I will not be beating it. If you want to see a great Thief Let's Play, go watch Grimmeth. I'm just going to be goofing around in it. Then we have Peggle or Unreal World. I still haven't decided. I might split it up and do a few hours of Unreal World and a few hours of Peggle. We'll have to see. Then we have Space Rangers 2. Well, should have had Space Rangers 2. I'm not going to say the guy's name who requested Space Rangers 2, I'll just say, Michael, you need to contact me because I cannot record Space Rangers 2. I've tried every single piece of software that I have, and it just does not pick up the game. So I cannot record that. If you don't contact me after this video, I will dig through my emails and see if I can find... Yeah, I don't need to listen to ambient stereo radio there. Ambient music mixed with the sounds of the San Francisco police. That's for Eve. That's the background music for Eve. But I can't play Space Rangers 2. I'm not going to try anymore. I've tried for hours to try and get that game to record, and I ended up pulling my hair out, and I'm not going to be able to do it. So Michael, contact me, request another game, or I'll be hunting you down and seeing if you have any other requests. Then we have Anachronox. God, I hate this game. I really wanted to like this game. This was a game made by... I'm probably going to get the company wrong. I think it's the same company that made Daikatana. Maybe Deus Ex, I'm not sure. It's an interesting game, but it is flawed. The first time I sat down to record this game, the intro actually made me so motion sick that I had to turn the game off, lie down, and go to bed for just take a nap for several hours because I wanted to throw up so bad. So I am going to be playing that game, but I am not happy about it. The combat is slow and clunky, the interface is slow and clunky, the game world is just not that interesting in my opinion because the NPCs are just not interesting. The game it had potential, but In 2014, it is not good, but you're going to be seeing it anyways. And then the final game on my list is Free Space. I will most likely be doing the Babylon 5 total conversion for Free Space. That is something that I had talked about in the past, so when Free Space was requested, I was fairly excited about it. The reason why this is going to be one of the last games that I play and why I'm not too excited about it is because there's a lot for me to learn. There's a lot of keyboard shortcuts and commands and things like that that I need to pick up before I actually start recording. I could jump into it completely blind, but that would not be very fun. So those are the games that you have to look forward to. I will post the names of all of them in the description, along with links, maybe to Steam or wherever else you can find them perhaps. And if you have any questions, anything like that, feel free to post it in the comments and I'll try to respond. But that's what you have to look forward to over most likely the next several months before I get back to recording random stuff. There's also going to be some EVE videos coming up, probably in another week or two. I have joined a corporation and I am going to be taking part in their activities. I'm a part of Brave Newbies, for those of you who are curious and actually play that game. And they are currently in the middle of a gigantic war, I believe. I don't really understand everything that's going on in the corporation that I joined because I don't understand EVE that much. The politics are just way over my head. But we can fly around, get blown up a couple times, blow some stuff up, and do a lot of exploring. That is always fun. Again, Breath of Fire 2 will be returning at some point, and the only reason it's going to be returning is because of Slaxer. I love his art so much and what he does based on the videos, just the things that he draws, that I want to see what else he can come up with. Mush videos are going to continue for the foreseeable future. I've got multiple ships that I have not encoded, primarily because they take so long. It takes me about 30 minutes to 45 minutes per video just to edit them, because I have to do fade-ins and fade-outs for every single 5-minute clip that I record, and it just takes a lot of time and it gets on my nerves. And yeah, what else am I doing? RimWorld will return at some point. I actually have like 8 or 9 videos of that already recorded. I'm just debating on whether or not I want to encode them, because as you've seen, RimWorld is kind of hard. If your fortress is successful, it's successful and it lasts a long time. If it's not, you're probably going to lose in about 30 minutes to an hour. So unless you want to see me losing over and over and over, don't be too excited about RimWorld. But there will most likely be some more of that on the way. Fall of Atlantis, I'm still working on it. I haven't actually loaded up RPG Maker in about a month or two now. For any extended amount of time. I jump into it every now and then to tinker with it, but most of my time is spent on Fall of Atlantis actually just basically refining the story, trying to find out exactly what I want to do, what I want the characters to do, what I want the plot to be. I've got things figured out, but some of it just doesn't feel right to me and it needs to be refined even more, in my opinion. So before I go any further in actually building maps and setting up scenarios and events and things like that, I need to find out what I'm doing there, so I don't have to redo a whole bunch of stuff. There will be more videos for Fall of Atlantis probably coming in April. I thought I would get around to recording some in March, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to because March is almost over with, and I'm not loading up RPG Maker to work on it. I don't think you guys want to see me typing in my little WordPad or whatever it is, my open office document for hours at a time tinkering with things. Just not very fun. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, any suggestions, want to bitch at me, yell at me, tell me how much you love me, feel free to do so in the comments, and I will see you guys in the future.